How rare is your body? Let's find out.
How rare is your body compared to the rest of the world? Trust me, you're gonna want to favorite this video because you might be more one of a kind than you actually think.
I'm pretty rare.
Only 10% of people globally have a Darwin's tubercle. This is a little bump on the outside of your ear. It's believed that people who have this are better at sensing voice tonality. Do you have a birthmark? Because if you do, that's actually quite rare. Only 10% of people
I don't know if I have a birthmark.
But let's talk hair colors. The most common with 85% of people
really
is
don't know.
black hair. 11% of people have brown hair. 2% of people globally have blonde hair. A staggering 1% of people have red hair. And another 1% of people globally have gray/white hair. 25% of people globally sneeze when they're exposed to direct sunlight. This is called photic sneeze reflex. Only 24% of people can raise one eyebrow. Can you? Now let me know in the comments if you have any of these.
How rare is your body? Only about 11%.
I think I got a few of those.
Brown or brunette hair.
I think I got brown hair.
Typically have
Or
medium thick hair strands with
maybe
very
it's
few
black.
having fine or coarse hair. Only 10% of people have something called Darwin's tubercle, which is this little bump on the outside of your ear, and it's believed that people who have this can sense better voice tonality. Only 10% of people have something called Morton's toe, and this is when your big toe is actually shorter than the toe next to it.
I don't have that
What's
either.
wild here is the Statue of Liberty actually has a Morton's toe as well. Only about 2% of people have naturally blonde hair. Natural blondes typically have more hair strands on their head. Blondes have
I don't fall in that
150,000
category.
hair strands, while brown or brunette have 100,000. Only 30% of people can actually flare their nostrils on command. The wild thing is everyone can actually flare their nostrils, but it happens subconsciously instead of on command. But also,
how rare is your body? Less than 6% of people can vibrate their eyes and rapidly shake them back and forth.
I can't do that.
33% of people have an astigmatism. This makes lights look blurry and fuzzy, like in this photo. 16% of people can make a roaring noise with their jaw. They can control a muscle that most people can't, and it makes a loud roar. 14% of people don't have a palmaris longus, and this is the muscle that sticks out when you flex your hand like this. Only about 33% of people can actually whistle, and unfortunately, I'm not one of them. Next.
Is that a whistle? I kind of feel like I was just like blowing. I've never been good at whistling.
Less than 3% of people have an X on both their palms, and it's said to be a sign of strong character. Finally, only 11% of people have naturally curly hair, so if this is you, consider yourself rare. Now comment which ones you have.
How rare is your body? Only about 10% of people have this extra little bone in their mouth. This is called the mandibular tori, and there's really not any negative effects to this, and they tend to be more common the older you get. Around 65% of people have a loop-shaped fingerprint, 30% have a whorl fingerprint, and only 5% have an arch fingerprint. About 33% of people have no gag reflex, and these usually range from being extremely sensitive to barely having one at all. It's also thought that by holding your thumb or doing other things, then you can learn to not have a gag reflex. Less than 1% of people suffer from something that causes constant body odor, and this is caused by the body not producing an enzyme that breaks down chemicals and things like beans, fish, and eggs. About 1 in 100,000 people have a big little finger. This is called macrodactyly, which happens
that's a thumb.
How rare is your body compared to the rest of the world? Now favorite and let me know in the comments if you have any of these. Firstly, only 33% of people have what is known as astigmatism. This is when your eye has an improper curve.
This is when you're blind.
Near the lens or the retina. It's clear if you have this if you look at a light and are like, what the f? Because this is when lights may seem blurry, fuzzy, or have a halo around them similar to this picture. Next, only 2.6% of people have what is known as hyperphantasia.
Hyperphantasia.
This is a condition where you see immensely clear and realistic images in your head with very little effort, and you can manipulate these images as if you're really there. It's kind of like level 100 of daydreaming. Next, only 1% of the population can swallow 3 times in a row. If you can do it 4, I'm convinced you're not human. ET, is that you? And if you can do it 5, stop, it's just not possible. Only 12% of people dream in black and white. Essentially, your brain thinks it's a dog. Woof. To the eyes, only 9% of people have blue eyes. But let's not start on the fact that y'all are related. Yo, Elon!
How rare you are. Part 3. Number 1 is dimples. Only 25% of people have dimples. You can either have 2 or just 1 cheek dimple. Dimples are hereditary.
Yeah, that's definitely rare.
If you have it, you're most likely gonna have a dimple as well.
Everyone likes people with dimples for some reason.
8.4% of people have counterclockwise hair whirl, while the rest
I don't even have hair.
Clockwise. Only 5% of people have arched fingerprints. And you can see 65 have looped, and now there is a swirl, and the only 5% has the arched. It's the rarest. Only
I don't have a
2% of people can wiggle
Dang.
one ear, while 18% can wiggle both ears. That's weird, you'd think it's the other way around. The ability to wiggle your ears may be inherited, however, it can also be learned with practice.
Okay, Dumbo.
Only 11% of people have naturally curly hair. If you have curly hair, you know the struggle.
Here's how rare is your body. Alright, around 90% of people watching this video are right-handed, meaning only 10% of people in the world are left-handed. And
Guilty.
you know, on average, left-handed people live 9 years less than right-handed people.
Ooh, let's
So
go.
if you have a little X on the palm of your hand, consider yourself lucky, because only 3% of people have these, and apparently
lucky.
it means you're strong-minded. And finally, I don't think I've seen anyone with 2 different colored eyes before. But if you are one of them, congratulations, because only 1% of people have it, which makes you super rare. Now, comment what you have.
I don't know if I'd want
How rare is your
2
body?
different color
Let's
eyes
find
though.
out. Less than 1% of people can give themselves goosebumps on command. The majority of people get goosebumps when they're cold or when they're listening to music. Around 7% of people can tickle themselves, and usually your brain does not let you tickle yourself, but some experts believe that if you push your tongue up against the roof of your mouth, then you can actually tickle yourself because you're not used to that sensation or feeling. About 42% of women in the United States can burp on command. And a random fact about burping is that chickens cannot actually burp. Only 12%
Chickens
of
can't
people
burp?
can fit
Wonder
their
why not.
fist into
Ugh.
their mouths. Less than
Who wants to do
1%
that?
of people can hear colors or see sounds. This is when someone hears a sound and automatically sees a color in their head, or reads a word in a specific color enters their mind instantly.
That was crazy. Comment down below. How rare is your body? Do you have any of these unique type of things going on? Let me know. Don't forget to turn on your post bell notifications, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, YouTube, peace.